Hello everyone and welcome into more 7 Wonders Duel, where my goal is I want to hit 300 ELO here. I think that these two are good. I don't love that my opponent got Divine Theater. However, I will take, wow, there's only one extra turn here. Yeah, we've been kind of flirting with it and just I'm ready to get it. So, I'm really going to make a push for it. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to grab this. I guess there was an argument for grabbing the stone or the clay because I have this wonder, but I feel good. I feel good about that. All right, so my opponent gets both of those, which is not great, but also not catastrophic by any means. Do have law, do a strategy, like, all right, that's interesting. I'm pretty happy to grab that. Because science, military, just grabbing, like, there's just a lot of stuff that we can do there. I know this gives up another yellow card to my opponent, but I really like pushing on the sciences here. Yeah. So my opponent doesn't take the science. My opponent apparently wanted probably to place the Pantheon token, which is fine. Okay. We take this. I want to make sure my discard power has some kind of power. And then I'm okay actually discarding this, because I would be very okay with grabbing 3 science symbols in the first stage. Yep, that's fine. I'm okay to do this. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Okay. So the good news is this also means that the gate is going to be on our side. And having 3 science symbols already is pretty nice. Now, we're not going to get a 4th because, okay, so we know this isn't Ra. I'm okay doing this because putting the gate here is pretty nice. So my opponent is absolutely 100% going to get rid of the science. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm actually not upset about a lot of that because I have other ways. I have other ways to make this happen. Yeah, like having this wonder, I'll have the next age. I am actually going to discard this for coins. I go first. And yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going first. I thought that this was the 12 coins. So I'd rather not let my opponent get that, and I also get the coins. So I'm not upset about that. And then I think we just put this right into the gate, because we know that this is Ra, and we can steal the Divine Theater. So like 100% gonna do this. This is gonna give us Ra. There's nothing in the discard pile that's like insane. No, Ra is clearly what we want to do. And I want the Divine Theater, which will then allow me to get something else. This is also nice to have because I can pay 4 coins to do something else. Okay. Say neither of those really terrifies me all that much. I think I'm pretty happy to just discard this for some coins. Yeah. A little bit of a bummer there. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer that happened. So I think that the best course of action for the future is to do this. This gives me one of those resources, and it also gives me this, which I'm just going to take law. I mean, at this point, it should be pretty obvious that I'm trying to go for a science victory. But in case my opponent had not figured that out, don't really care about that. That's not a symbol I necessarily need. It's the wheel that I'm looking for in this age. I am actually going to construct this. It's a little bit, I don't want to say risky is not the right way of putting it, but... all right, so we are going to have to watch, a military thing. Of course, that's what we get. However, we can get that back either with the mausoleum or we can, with the Divine Theater, we can go Greek and we can use Hades to get it. So, that's not all that big of a deal. So I'm happy to just discard that. I don't really care what my opponent wants to get. I'll honestly take either one of these. Yeah. So, I'm pretty happy to grab this. And then I actually think that urbanism is what I want to grab here. I don't know. There's not necessarily, an insane one that I want. And then, in this age, really all that I want is maybe looking at that 2 stone. Otherwise, I really should just do the mausoleum to grab this, because then I literally need 1 science symbol. So, I'm just going to do this. And then we grab this. And then as long as I can hit a science symbol in the last age, I'm good. Yeah. Okay, so now we do this. I'm going to activate all those tokens, using only 2. And I'm going to put Minerva here, because that now slows down my opponent a little bit. Can also get something else from the discard pile, because I can Anubis this. I'm going to Isis. I'm just going to pay 4 coins, and I'm going to grab, I'm going to do the Divine Theater. I could grab a resource. What am I grabbing here? I could grab Snake. I could grab Law. I could grab something else from the discard pile. Okay, well, I'm definitely doing this. But now, what am I grabbing here? Is another one of these tokens really what I want to do, or I just want to steal a resource? Probably just want to steal a resource. That just seems better. Just do this. And that's fine. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't do that. Oh, great. Because at this point, I don't care how many points I've gotten to the point where if my opponent wins if we get to the score, my opponent is going to win. That's what's going to happen. All right, so I need any science symbol to show up. I want my opponent to go first. I'm literally just looking for science symbols. That's it. Great. Okay. I'm going to do this. That backs it up, and I can get rid of this, which isn't a bad thing. Okay. I'm going to do this. And we're going to get rid of the Great Lighthouse. forcing my opponent to have to do something with this. I guess I could have done Mausoleum or Divine Theater there, but I think this is fine. That's fine. Really? Come on now. I'm just going to discard this. Like, my goodness, I literally just need a science symbol. Just gonna discard all this stuff. I know this isn't one. So my opponent should reveal this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I can't take this because, of course. Of course. Of course that's the one. I'm going to play this just to make sure there's no weird, like, military victory that happens out of nowhere. I mean, I like, come on now. Like, I need... Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. It's fine. That took entirely too long. I mean, we definitely set ourselves up where we got rid of all these things, and we definitely made that game. But that was way closer than I wanted it to be. Yeah, having 3 science symbols in the first stage, and then having 5 going into the last stage. I don't want to say it's a guaranteed win, because clearly we were very close. I mean, there's only one other card, and that may have not have been a science card. So there only might have been 2 science cards in this one. But I was pretty confident that we had it. That would have been a pretty painful loss had we not had it. So a little too close for comfort there. All right, can we? Probably if we win this, we can get to that 300 ELO. Oh wow, lots of good stuff on the ground, like all of the free resources. Okay, all right. So I think Circus Maximus and yeah, I'm really just soured on the Great Lighthouse. Ooh, wow. Man, I think the money is still slightly there for me. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and the Divine Theater should have been what I went for. But Temple of Artemis is just super good. All right, I'm really happy to get that. All right, interested to see what my opponent goes for here. I would probably go for the Clay Reserve if this was me. Yep. So I'm going to grab the wood, because I'm pretty happy with that as a consolation prize. And then now we can just kind of, trade things here. Yeah, so he should take the stone. And then I'm happy to grab the free stone or free clay, even though it reveals 2 things. Whatever. All right, we throw Neptune right over here. Thank you, Neptune. Take up that space. All right, well, don't love that. Because my opponent should take that. Yeah, say that's what I would do. I think I'm okay just constructing this then. I don't love revealing this, but whatever. I think Hades going right there is perfectly fine. Man, come on now. Well, if he grabs that actually sets up a rather interesting play for us. Interesting. So there are 4 science symbols in this age. Okay. Makes sense. All right, well, that's nice. While the wood reserve is great, I like coins. And I'm okay if my opponent wants to grab the wood reserve. Man, I mean, I know I just did a science victory, but if my opponent's not going to go for them, why am I not? Why would I not try to win? Like, at some point, you just have to go like, okay. And if nothing else, I want my opponent to have to react to what I'm doing. I want my opponent to have to, oh, really? Okay. I'm happy to do that. I mean, maybe my opponent really wanted to place the Pantheon token? Maybe. Okay. All right, that is very nice. I would love to take that glass. And I have the resource thing here, so that's actually pretty nice. So the good news here is whatever my opponent does gets me a science card outside of my opponent using one of the extra turns, which using the wonder here as an extra turn is not, I don't think, a bad play. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep going on this. My opponent, I think, probably wants to use an extra turn here. Otherwise, well, I mean, you're not going to give me all the science tokens because I won't have enough money. But, yeah, I'm, like, same thing. Like, if you're going to give me 3 science symbols in the first age, why am I not doing this? Gosh. I really don't want to give up those free 12 coins, but so be it. That's where we're at. Totally fine. Well, I guess not totally fine, because it does mean my opponent gets to choose who goes first next stage. However, if my opponent discards this, we do run into the potential of maybe trying to go for Hades here. Okay. Assume it. My opponent should do Tanit here. Okay, yeah, you discarded that, you discarded that. Yeah. There's Ra. You steal Temple of Artemis. That stinks a little bit. All right, well, we need money, so we need to discard some things. That's a bummer, except that, it does give us this. However, I don't think we can afford it. We'll see if my opponent sees that, but I don't, with it being 2 papyrus, and I don't have that. I really should do Circus Maximus and get rid of that press. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think my opponent needed to do that, though, because I don't think that, see, I could not have afforded that. So, I don't mind that my opponent used up that extra turn. I'm surprised my opponent's not doing Tanit or the Gate here. Yeah, really the misplay was that money. But I think I should be... Okay, all right. What is my opponent going to go for? Really? Okay. I'm not sure that's the one I would have gone for. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's a terrible play. Okay, getting theology is nice. All right, let's, again, discard for coins. So if Tanit is on board, then we're going to do Tanit. I think is the correct play. This is a trickier science victory. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna continue on this coin. Like, I'm kind of pot committed to this at this point. I guess I should have done Hades there, is what I should have done. That was a mistake. I should have Hades, and I should have gotten the 4th science symbol. Okay, my opponent just does that. Well, whatever, I don't care. If we go the gate, what are we going to get? If we do the gate, we're going to get law. Of course, now we don't have enough money, but we should absolutely do that if we can. Of course. However, that's going to force my opponent to discard that one. Yeah, see, that's fine. So, what do we do here? Okay, well, I guess that answers that question. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we do this. I know it's all our money, but we really don't want my opponent to do that. So now the question is, I mean, we want to grab law here. Yeah. I mean, I'm pot committed to the science stuff. So, that's what we're doing. So whether I like it or not, this is what we're doing. Stinks that I now don't have a way to go get this, because now I'm very much reliant on getting both symbols in the next stage. I really wanted that 5th symbol going in, so it's not impossible. Like, we definitely still can make this happen, but this definitely becomes more complicated. I mean, cool, I guess. Yeah, sure. I mean, my opponent is making it so I can't, like, delay turns, but my opponent is also making it so they really can't delay any turns either. So, like, that's a thing. Do have to be careful that, like, an out of nowhere military victory doesn't happen, but meh. We can also just totally abandon the science thing, and we could just start going for points. Which is not the worst plan. Okay. Yep, we're just going to continue discarding because I need money. Not a lot of yellow cards. Not like my opponent's gotten all the yellow cards. Totally fine with this. I'm assuming my opponent plays this because then they can get a token. Curious what they grab here. Probably just the 7 points. I mean, because mysticism's not great for them. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. You know what? Doing this. It's really going to reduce the cost of all this, so then at least my Hanging Gardens like actually gives me coins instead of the opposite. I probably want to save my extra turn, though. Okay. I'm happy to grab this. Okay. I'm honestly happy to grab this. I'll get to go first next stage, so like that's not a bad thing. And my opponent does not have any extra turns. I have 1 extra turn that I can employ. So what I'm hoping for here is a science card right at the bottom. You'll love to see it. That's what I wanted, because now that's an easy one. So now I just got to try to see if I can hit the university. And so now I really want to simply make it to where, so yeah, we're definitely going to spend my 3 coins to do this, because then I will get 6 coins back. I definitely want to get it to where I don't use that extra turn until I really need it, because my opponent is now completely at the mercy of the state of the board. So let's just do this. I don't really care if my opponent wants to get a bunch of stuff. Honestly, my opponent is not that far ahead in terms of points to where, like, I'm just going to go ahead and construct this, because then what this will do is this will push the military thing back, because I do have to make sure that I don't lose out of nowhere on a military victory, because that would be embarrassing. I think I've got this, though, because I can, with this extra turn, I can set my opponent up. So this is, I mean, I guess the only thing here, okay, if that was a military card, I would have had to play it. But now, no matter what happens, my opponent loses, because I can just extra turn this if he, yeah. Yep. So now we just go like this. So this is the problem with my opponent went all in, really, in blocking me from like getting the advantage of the science victory. And so that is 100% obnoxious. But regardless. And the problem is all the resources were spent to where my opponent had no extra turns, no wonders, there were no pantheons. He was getting Neptune and all this, and got this literally just to like make it so I didn't have any extra turns. Well, I saved my extra turn, and now it got to a point where it was like, it's a matter of time before I can make the play. So when you're trying to prevent against a science victory, keep that in mind, that don't necessarily sell out in the second age, because you got to have some ammo for the third age. Alrighty. Well, hey, if you're enjoying the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Maybe we'll get to 300 ELO tomorrow. That guaranteed we're going to get there if we win. So, again, so hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.